Well, how are y'all doing today? I hope y'all having a blessed day. And I have to sit here and ask myself, what's happened to some of our young people? Okay. Now, I have a neighbor that lives up the way, takes his dog out and walks her, pardon me. And he's probably about 26, got a girlfriend and everything. I mean, I got sons older than him, so. But he was out there walking his dog today. And I got to go down 2 flights of stairs and walk all the way across the parking lot to take my garbage out. And walking is not my forte. I'm waiting on surgery on both my knees and both my feet. And I yelled down to him, and we have talked before and everything, been copacetic. And I said, excuse me, if I drop my garbage down over the balcony to you, would you mind taking it up to the dumpster for me? He said, no, I don't want to do that. And I said, well, okay, well, thank you anyway. I thought I'd just ask. Now, when I was 16, I went and took classes for a homemaker home health aide. Back then you could do that. You didn't have to have a high school diploma. And my parents were moving to West Virginia, and I didn't want to go, so I went to work. But I had been to work long before that. But I went into something that I felt was going to be a secure income. Okay? And later on, I got my GED. Now, I felt like a fool asking him. I mean, he was there. He could have walked it. He's healthy. He could have tossed that trash out for me. He knows I'm disabled. I'm a senior. And I have to ask people, what has become of a lot of the kids today in our society? Okay? When they know that they could be a big help to a disabled senior and won't. All right? Now, I wasn't raised that way. And because I wasn't raised that way, I went into being a home health aide. Back when it was more like a nurse's aide, only you worked in the home. And you had to be certified for it. But, you know, after that, well, home health aides were making good money. And it was hindering nurses' aides and stuff like that. And they made a big stink out of it. And they, us home health aides had to have additional training and stuff like that. And but I wasn't raised that way, people. I was raised to, you see elderly couple coming, you hold that door open, you wait. You let them go through. You help them in any possible way that you can. And it hurt me, hurt my feelings, it did. That he wouldn't walk that over there and throw it away. But I know that the good Lord will make way for somebody else to do it. Now, can I do it? I can. But I got to go down 2 flights of stairs to do it. And that's not easy for me. But that's not it. That's not what it's all about. What it's all about is a generation of kids that were raised. He's probably a millennial, okay? Having everything handed to them and not having to do anything. And where is that going to leave the rest of us, okay? Because for generations, the elderly always had somebody that respected them enough to help them when they needed a little bit of help. But it seems to be dying out. Big time, especially with millennials. Because that was, I'm sorry, but that was the biggest generation of spoiled brats you've ever seen in your life. I know. My youngest sister is a millennial. And it just hurt me. It did. It did. And I hope that somewhere, somehow, somebody's treating their kids, teaching their kids, rather, to respect their elders. Okay? Granted, there's a lot of elders that don't need any respect, but still, or don't deserve any respect, but still, there's a lot of them that does. And even if they don't, by your opinion, you should help them. All right? Wouldn't have taken much for him to have taken out my trash for me. Just carried it over to the dumpster. So it's a sad thing, people, and it's a sad day. When kids are treating elderly, senior people, especially disabled people, that way. And they need to think. They need to think, what's going to happen when I get older? When I'm older, and I might need a little help. You know, is somebody going to tell me no when they're perfectly capable of doing it? You know, I can't wrap my head around this. I really can't. And I'll walk it out there myself if the Lord don't make a way for somebody else to take it for me. And I don't hold a grudge against that person, but I feel bad for them more than anything else. Because you reap what you sow, people. And someday that young man's going to be an elderly gentleman himself. And he might need a little help. And maybe somebody that's perfectly capable of coming along and helping him, when he asks for a little help, is going to tell him no. I think it's a heart condition. Okay? I really do. I think something like that depends on a person's heart and how their heart is, and much to do with the way they were raised. And so I just have trouble wrapping my head around that. I do. Well, y'all have a blessed day. All right, bye-bye.